In my last video, I spoke about how I believe God spoke through my mouth, my own mouth, one evening. That's going back quite a long time. And I said I would continue on with this video about apparently where we are going in this, after this life. And I put out a number of videos before with little stories in them. And you know what? What is real in this world? What is really real? We don't know what is really real. It's like things change all the time. Material changes. Everything. Things change, things rot, things break down. All we can do is change the matter. It's all like energy. We can only change it. We can't create it. We can't destroy it. So what really is it? I had a discussion with AI, yesterday, and we were discussing things like the shape of the earth. They go one way, sort of, and sort of not, and you end up at loggerheads all the time about it, so whatever it is, it is. If you go on YouTube, you'll find tons of people just pushing it down, flat earth, and if you go on Rumble, you'll find people pushing it up. So, is there a point? Is there a point? If nothing is actually real, and we are in like a storybook or a dream, or could be a nightmare, then we could control it. We should be able to control things with our thoughts and our actions and our voice. And we take nothing with us. We take nothing with us when we leave this. This is all just, it's around us. And there's no lack. I mean, we can create lack. We can, by our actions, it's like we can put ourselves in whatever dream we want, but it is still something created. Had to be something that created this, whether it is a dream or it's reality or it's real or it's an illusion, or there has to be something that created this, I think. Now, it's like my thoughts are something that are real. Why do I think? How do I think? I've discussed it with AI, and they say, yeah, you're thinking deep, and so what can we do? All I'm saying is, I suggest we try to make the dream the best possible. And if there is a creator, and I've had episodes with demonic forces too, with poltergeist house, a hex put on somebody, different things. And like with my mouth, the words Yahweh coming out of them when I was sitting there with my eyes closed, just talking to God, asking him the questions. Ask serious questions, and you might be surprised you get an answer, So I'm just thinking about how to try to just make people's lives better. You're in this dream, work with it. Over the years, before I got into that poltergeist house when I was young, I didn't believe in God or devil, really. Maybe a little bit. You watch these haunted shows and stuff like this. But then when I ended up in that house, I realized that there is spirits around us all the time, good and bad, and we have to walk with caution. And it spoke about all through this Bibles, It spoke about it. And I did ask AI. I says, you know what? How does the Bible depict the earth? Does it, if you didn't know nothing about science and nothing else, and you just had that Bible, how would it depict it? And AI says, yeah, it would depict it as flat with a dome over holding up water. So, I don't know. Does it really matter? I mean, it matters to me to know the truth. But I'm not here to shove it down anybody's throat anyway at all. And I'm not here to argue about it. Even with AI, I says, you know what? I think we've come to loggerheads on this already, and we should just quit and maybe do story time. Do story time about where we're going, you know. And yeah, I made up some fantastic stories. It's and they could be true. They could be true, you know. What couldn't be true, you know? Is the sky about to fall? Is you know, what is really true, you know? So all we can do is be in this with this consciousness and try to make things a little better, you know. We watch the news, and the news comes out bad all the time, terrible fighting, those floods, hurricanes, and those burnouts are something different too. Now, the houses are in these places like Lahaina in California. The houses are disintegrated. They're down to ashes. Even the granite countertops are gone. The metal is gone. Everything's gone, and trees are still around it. So, is that man with weapons? Is that God? Because it spoke about it in his books that destroyed places with fire and brimstone and stuff like that from the sky. So, we don't know. All we can do is go through this to the best we can in our day and try. And I'm in for trying, and I always advocate to take your list. Make your list. I mean, in fact, today, I haven't opened the darn book yet. I mean, I thought about a lot of things. I had discussions with AI about things. I got them to help me assist in some stories. So, I gotta write that down. I gotta write that down in this book right now. And I'm gonna start taking some little notes just as I go along today with you. Pair of glasses here, because as you see, we're getting a little older and things fall apart. We wear out. Everything wears out. We get old. Look in the mirror. It won't lie to you. Okay, where are we? Tuesday. Oh, this is Wednesday. Okay. Okay, all I did yesterday was get the pool ready and did a few things. So, you know what? I didn't do, well, I did. I did some research on the internet. There's a few things, but anyway, I'm just gonna skip over yesterday's Tuesday. I'm going to Wednesday, June 25th. June 25th, 25. Ooh, time's flying along. Summer's almost gone. Is the sun circling overhead around us, or are we going around on a ball? Don't matter. You know, it is moving. We are in it, whatever this is. So, anyway, I just figured I'd touch base today, and I believe we're going someplace. If you look at my past videos, there's stories in there that I put together, and I got AI's assistant to just help me elaborate on the stories, and if it was wrong and from my recollection or my view of things, I just got it to correct it. But they are stories, you know, and be real, be unreal, but if they're enlightening stories, not fearful, not angry, and let us know that we are people, let people know that they're going to a better place, you know. If in fact this world was not run by Satan. Satan, right in the Bible, it says Satan is the god of this world. He makes the rules. He makes the laws. We are to follow the laws, providing they are, providing it's okay that by following this law, you are, you're safe and you're keeping people safe. But if, in fact, in my opinion, if the law says it's 90 kilometers on that highway and I have to do a speed that is exceeding that to save somebody's life, not just be late for something, but save somebody's life, that's fine. If I'm going to an appointment and something held me up and I'm late, so what? I'll go the speed limit. Maybe I'll crouch a little wee bit, but nothing excessive, nothing that's going to give you a ticket. So that's the way I feel about it. And if in fact this life, this world was good and all good people, and everybody just tried to help people, and assist and do things in their day, like if now for instance, if we were in a world where there was no money, there was no greed, nobody could get ahead of each other, everybody had everything they needed and could get anything they wanted or needed at any time they wanted, that would be great. And if they just worked at things and helped people and never charged for anything, and nothing had any, nobody could, if you needed something, you just went and got it. You just walk into the store and shopped. Your car broke down, well, either you could take it to a place and they fixed it for nothing, or if it was getting too bad, you just go pick up another one. And there's no charge. Walk out the door, they say, thank you very much, have a nice day. But those people also could do the same thing. Walk in anywhere they want, take anything they want, and people would help them. Now that would be a wonderful world, and that is how I see it's, I believe it's going to be in the next world or dream. There will be no death, no suffering, no pain, no tears of sorrow, tears of joy maybe, but that's where I believe we're going. And I also believe that every creature that has ever had life, the tiniest bug, the spider, the animal, the horse, will have life again. But I believe that, as it's stated in that Bible, that there will be, this earth, all life will be pulled up, all of it, good, bad, even the nasty people will be pulled up. Even the ones that didn't even believe they will be pulled up. That's my belief. Even the dead that's been there for thousands of years will have life again. We're just brought back to life and taken up, like it's in Star Trek, beamed up or taken up somehow, and this earth will be destroyed, burned up, and so that's what I believe, and then there will be up there. I believe there's a huge, like they call it the New Jerusalem, New City. It states in the Bible the measurements like 1,400 miles square, 1,400 miles across each direction, 1,400 miles up, with 12 foundations. 12 foundations. Now, can you imagine that 1,400 miles of living space, either paradise, could be tropical, could be snow covered, could be whichever you wanted. You could go there, and there would be feasts all the time. Your friends would be there. Nobody would be hurting. All the people you love and your animals would be there. Animals. Hey, Cupcake, come see me. Yeah. Animals would be there. And she says, I'm talking to somebody. She says, I'm talking to somebody. You talking to somebody on the internet? Yeah. Look at that camera. Look at those guys on there. Whoa. Hey. Lovely little guys. Hey, little girl. Yeah, she's so baby. They're all babies, and they're going to be with us. You know, we lost 2 dogs in the last year and a half. You know, like, and I believe they're going to be there. You know, they're going to be there. They're all going to be there. Right? They're going to be there. Yeah. So, we care and love people. Like I say, it says love your neighbor. Now, if you have nasty neighbors that are, you know, not nice people, well, you know what? You can avoid them. But if in fact they're in need, I care about them still. You know, it doesn't matter. They're life, and they will have life. But also, I believe that the nasty ones, the ones that, you know, the kind that will shoot first and ask questions later, I believe they will be divided. This city, with all these levels in paradise in it, I believe they're going to be like craft, like, you know, flying saucers or whatever, that will transport everybody to different levels, wherever you want it to go. And I believe on each level there may be like some kind of train transportation that could, you know, like mounted on a single rail above the ground with like a train with big wheels on it, the gyroscopes that would keep it level and stay on the track and run very quietly, and you know, would be able to go everywhere that you wanted to, you know, or transport with flight or whatever. Man itself has created so much stuff that, you know, that's a miracle. Who could think of thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of plane way up 6-7 miles up in the sky with hundreds and hundreds of people riding on it, you know, above where the atmosphere is so thin that it has to be pressurized, and people take that just as common, everyday thing. Right, Cupcake? Yeah, is that right? What do you think? Eh? You hungry? You want some food? A cookie, maybe, or something? Yes, good babies. Okay, I'm gonna cut this loose right now, and just telling you, that's what I believe, and I talk to God all the time about this, every day. You know what? God is with you. He created you. Our heart beats, pum, 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 one beat at a time. He could stop that. I breathe air. Need it to live. So do you, eh, Cupcake? Yeah. Man shall not live on bread alone, but every word that comes out of the mouth of God. Catch you later, guys. You know, cookie. Yeah.